Hi, my name is Delaney Farmer, athletic trainer, massage therapist, and owner of PR and Sports Therapy. And today I'm going to talk to you about this hot little product called the HotRock. So let's check it out. I like to do reviews on videos that I find fascinating and that would benefit me in my practice with my athletes, with my clients, and even my colleagues. And this one did stick out to me. It's foam rolling, which we all know about, but providing heat, intense heat with foam rolling. That was really cool. So reached out to the company. They graciously sent me this so I could do a review on it. This is not a paid review, but just me wanting to do a review on a product that I find fascinating. HotRock is created by a company called MedRock, and then the creator and founder is Dr. Tony Rockland, a physical therapist, and they're based out of Portland, Oregon. What do you get from the box? Well, obviously you get two things. You get the unit itself, and you get a nice travel mesh bag. As far as bags go, good quality, doesn't feel cheap, and it's a good travel bag. And then, of course, you get the rating materials about the items as well. Specs with the unit here. Roughly, it's a little over 12 inches long. Diameter is a little over 5 inches. Comes in at a weight of 2.55 pounds. So not heavy and quite light to be able to travel with you for what it does. And it can hold up to 400 pounds. So very sturdy in that aspect. Temperature gets between 125 to 175 degrees. It has an LCD screen control panel, which we'll go over here shortly. Adjustable timer. And wait for it, last but not least, a 9-foot power cord. So I'm going to go over the power cord here shortly and explain why that's important. So there you go in a nutshell of the specifics of the device. So now let's go ahead and take a closer look at the device itself and the control panel. All right, so now we're doing a little close-up of the device here. So the material here is like a pleather-like material. Feels nice and comfortable. It is a hard but still soft, dense material. So it gives you that firm foam rolling, but it still provides a little comfort while you're foam rolling. So it is a nice little give to it. The heat elements. So if you can see where the squiggly lines are here, this is where the heat elements are. So you're going to get the heating sensation right in the middle here, not towards ends, but right in the middle. The LCD screen itself here. After you plug it in, you got your timer up and down and on and off button here. So here we go. If I want to bring it to 175 or hot, if I want to go down to 145, mild, or I go to the very bottom and give a good warm sensation. These are the buttons you would do to find your liking of the temperature that you want. Timer here, 30, 60, 90, 120, 180. So it self times off after that. So there you got that. So you don't have to worry about it just staying on. If you do not set the timer, it automatically goes off on the default at 30 minutes. So there you have your screen display for you on that one. Let's talk about the heat. So just to be clear on this, it only takes a few minutes for this device to reach 175 degrees. If you want to get it warmer faster because of the environment, if you're on a cold ground, you're in a cold atmosphere, yeah, it might take a little longer for the surface area to get warmer. You could wrap it up in a blanket, a coat, something just to help and give it a little more thermal barrier. But the heating itself goes from outward to inward. So this is a safety protocol here with the device. So it says it gets on up to 175 degrees. That starts on the surface area and then works its way to the core. So when you're setting the device at 175, it's saying it's going to control the temperature to not get hotter than 175 degrees at the core level. So it may take a while for the core. I think they say about 10 minutes to reach up to 175 degrees, but the surface area is already at 175 degrees within a few minutes. So that's just like a safety precaution there, so it doesn't overheat. So when you're looking at it going, okay, is it going to take 10 minutes to heat up? No, within a few minutes. Honestly, they're saying that when the core temperature is at 154 degrees, it's already at 175 degrees on the outer limit here. So just keep that in mind. That is a safety feature here, and then when the temperature, how long it takes for the core versus the outer level. Um, a good way of also looking at this is think of your shower temperature. When you have a shower, you're not setting it to say, I want 185-degree shower temperature. No, you want hot, you want mild, you want warm. Same thing with here. When I talked about earlier, you want to go 175, okay, that's hot. Are you going to know this difference between 175 and 165 when you're foam rolling? Probably not. So, just look at it more of I want it warm, mildly warm, or hot versus I want 175 degrees. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's go back and then talk about my opinions on this device. Okay, so let's talk about the power cord here. Let's be real. And most times that you're going to be foam rolling, you're going to be probably in an area that has power, whether it be inside your house, office, athletic training room, the gym. Locations that are going to have power is pretty accessible. Yeah, there might be a time period where you might be outside in a track, and yes, those are times where you don't have power. I will leave a description in the description on a portable power device that you could look into if that's something that you really need if you're going to be out on the track. But overall, you're going to be in an area that's going to have power. So having a 9-foot extension cord here is not really going to be much of an issue with this device. Here are 3 main reasons why it's important to have the cord attached to the unit. First of all, if it didn't have it, it would have to be battery, which is now going to create bulkness. Now, instead of having a 2.5-pound device, you're going to have it, well, much heavier than that. And remember, you're going to have to carry this thing around. So having it lighter is going to be much more functional in that aspect. 2, having a battery is going to increase the cost of the unit because you have a battery you got to pay for now. And 3, which is the most important part, is performance. Having power from an outlet is going to allow this device to get up to 120 to 175 degrees really quickly versus having a battery. You're limited to 115 to 120 degrees, and it's probably going to take over 10 minutes for it to get up that warm. So having it plugged in the performance is just going to be so much better. Personally, I like foam rolling and stretching together. Foam rolling broadens the tissue and stretching elongates the tissue. By adding heat, helps with the discomfort of the rolling that could be produced. With heat, you affect the nervous system, which picks up on the heat sensors, so you recognize the heat more than the pressure, or at least it offsets the pressure sensation. Heat also warms up the tissue faster, bringing more blood for the tissue, allowing the tissue to be more pliable. Here's an analogy I like using. Think of silly putty. Silly putty is when it's nice and cold, it doesn't want to stretch. But when you get it nice and warm, it's all gooey, just like your tissue and fascia. So by providing heat, you're able to get a better, deeper foam rolling stretching sensation of your tissues. So I love the combination of this device with foam rolling and heat, and I just think it's great. So I like it. I've had my clients use it; they love it. So I hope this review has helped you learn more about the HotRock product. And if you like it, head out to their website and check it out. Thank you.